Hello and welcome to another Codecks update video, this time from me, Daniel. We recently released version 2.82, codename Holiday Presents, and I wanted to go through the changelog just to check all the big and also smaller changes that went into the latest release. So let's have a look. The first big feature that we touched was the hero cards. So let's have a look at a fittingly named hero deck and see what it looks like in action. So if we open up our hero card and check the sub panel, we can see that some things already have slightly changed. First off, no matter which card you're currently looking at, the sub card or the hero card, this hero card is always seen on top. You can also see that some of the design elements from our new design system made it into this panel. And most importantly, we added this button, the change order button. If you look at it, you can see that by default it's set to manual, which is the old behavior that you're used to, but we also introduced 4 new buttons called Priority, Deck, Owner, and Milestones, which allow you to group those subcards by these properties. So if I look, for example, at the Owner tab, I can see that suddenly all my subcards are grouped by their owner, allowing me to really focus on the cards that are important to me, which in my case are my cards. This view also allows you to directly add a new card in the corresponding category. So if I wanted to add a new card to Lorenzo, I can just add it here and say do it, and it will be added to him, just like that. But it also allows me to drag and drop cards so that I can assign a card like this to me. As I said, there are multiple things possible, so you can either focus by owner, which I guess is most important for people actually working on the cards. You can group them by milestone, which might be more interesting for producers to see how we stand, because each group also gets the SPA where you can see the progress. If we look at it by decks, you can see that, for example, the game design cards are done, whereas the others aren't, which might be important information. And yes, if you prefer the old behavior, nothing has changed. You can still group and order the cards just like that. One more thing that we added was that if you add a new card, we added this button here, assign to hero card, such that when creating a card, you can already assign the corresponding hero card to it while creating, so that you can basically save this step that before you had to first create the card and then assign it. Now you can do it all in one go. All right, another thing that we changed is, let's have a look at our code deck, for example. If you hover over this hero card bar like that, you can already see in the title that we added a little progress bar like that you can see, okay, the sword stuff hasn't been started yet at all. And also if you open the card, you can see this small little progress bar here, which hopefully helps you a bit more getting a feel for the current progress of the hero card. All right, that's our hero card changes. Let's have a look at what else has changed, which is a new info bar that we added. Let me open the right deck again. Let's go to our heroes and open this button, which allows you to see the description of either the deck or the milestone that you're in, because before the description was fairly hidden, and we felt that especially for new members coming into your Codecks project, it was sometimes hard to tell what is this deck about, what are the processes around, what should be in there, what should not be in there. So we allowed you to give some space for your description. You can use the markdown that you're used to. You can add links to it. You can even add images. Let me quickly demonstrate. I can just take a screenshot here and paste it in to really give you all the space you might need for you to explain what this deck is about, what this milestone might be about. And as an additional benefit, we added some statistics of the currently open deck. For example, here you can see none of the cards have started. Let me open another deck. Maybe the code deck has some more things going on. You can see of the 12 cards, 5 haven't been started yet, but 7 are done. This is the distribution of priorities, this is the distribution of owners, to help you give some overview. Another benefit of this view is that cards are no more jumping around when you close or open them. if you disable this feature, you can see that if I close this card, suddenly the cards are somewhere else on the screen, which sometimes might be disorientating. So if you belong to that group, just keep it open, and if you close a card, it will stay that way, and you can also change the size of it, just like you can change the size of the card depending on what your preferences are. One more thing that's quite exciting, I feel, is that in the milestone view, you basically get the same features, but you also get the benefit of a chart showing you the progress of done cards versus non-done cards. I mean, in these examples, not much has happened yet, but I hope it helps you getting an idea what this would be like once you actually start doing the work. All right. One more thing that we have added is the way we treat archived cards. So if we open, I think the art deck might be a good example. If we include the archived cards, you can see that they don't have an icon indicating that they're archived anymore. Instead, they have this striped header. For done cards, it's green. For non-done cards, you can see it's the gray, which also works in the subcard view. You can see all the archived cards here have this these stripes, as well as in the table view. You can also see that all the archived cards get these striped way, which we feel helps both like making it look a bit nicer and also gets rid of the visual clutter of having yet another icon. So we're always happy when these kind of things are possible to do. As you hopefully should know by now, playfulness is a very, very important element to us. So we tried to find parts of your work where some delight might be a nice touch. So we figured that when you're done with your card that you're currently working on, setting it to done should add a little bit of flair to your work life. So we added this small animation in. It's totally optional. If you prefer to not have as much stuff going on, you can head to your profile, and then there is this option to set no card animations on hover or when completed to disable the setting. No worries there. Another thing we looked at was the image backgrounds or the card backgrounds. So if we take a look at our Codecks roadmap, there's sometimes our images where it was really, really hard to tell the icons that were at the lower section of a card, like here. So what we did is that if icons are present at the bottom part of the card, we blurred the background a bit to allow seeing what's going on there. Like especially for a card like this, it was really, really hard to see before, so we added a little bit of blur just to make the contents of the icons a bit clearer. Another fairly big feature we introduced is the weekly digest, which we send out every Monday morning to tell you a little bit about your organization. So all admins and owners of the organization will get this email, and it will basically tell you how many cards got completed in the week, how much time was tracked, how many comments were created, upvotes received, as well as new user reports if those features are updated, are enabled. It will show you some next cards you might want to work on next, depending on whether they're in your hand or in the milestone, or whether they have like a high priority and are assigned to you. And then if you have open decks activated, it will also show you some basic statistics about those, like the visitors and upvotes you received, some referrers, like what are the most upvoted cards this week. And last but not least, it will also show you the manual page of the week to dive into if you feel like it. And finally, one last change we made was with Decki. So in December 23, Discord made some changes with regards to hot linking, which means that if people upload attachments on Discord, they now are only accessible within Discord, and you can't use those links outside of Discord anymore. Unfortunately, Codecks made quite some heavy use of hot linking, that basically to save our and also your account's quota bandwidth. But with this change, we now had to make some internal changes to basically clone all files uploaded to Discord onto Codecks as well, which means that files uploaded to your Discord via Decki now also affect your storage quota on Codecks. We added one setting to give you a little bit more control over that. So if you open up your Discord settings and open your / command, you can find a new setting called maximum upload size to basically limit the file size that users can upload to Decki. For example, if you want to restrict it to 2 megabytes, you can do it like that. And if people try to upload videos or images, it will basically tell them that there is a limit in place. You can leave it empty, which would basically mean that it will use the Discord limit, which I think are either 5 to 50 megabytes, depending on the boost level of your server. To give you some control over what files are uploaded, you can always go to the media center, and by default, it will show you the most recently uploaded files, but you can also sort by size. It will show you like the biggest files over there, which also now include the ones uploaded by Decki. And with this button, you are now able to delete files that you don't want to have anymore. All right, I think this is it. It's been a fairly big update. I hope there's been something useful for you. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts or feedback, and see you around. Bye-bye.